What's going on, y'all? It's Plant-Based with Nicole Podcast. I'm your host, Plant-Based Nicole Roche. Nicole Roche. I hope everybody's doing well today. I have a guest today. Fruit for your life. Fruit for your life. Hey, how y'all doing? Come on in the room. My guest lost 77 pounds. Okay? 77 pounds, adopting a raw vegan lifestyle. And now I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he is turning into a fruitarian. So we are going to talk about that. I'm always interested in people who eat like a fruitarian lifestyle. It's just like very intriguing to me. Like, it just sounds so like refreshing and just free. Like you just want to skip all the time. Hey guys, hey yo, that boy, Sharon, Rehab, and can't see who the others, but hey y'all, come on in. I'm about to, hopefully my guest is still coming, but I will be interviewing Fruit for Your Life. Hey Edward, how are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Edward lost a whole whopping 77 pounds, turning over to a raw vegan lifestyle. I don't know if it's raw plant-based lifestyle or raw vegan, because I don't know if it's just for the diet or the animal rights for you. But anyway, a raw plant-based lifestyle, and word on the street is he's going fruitarian. So, Edward, oh my God, I've been seeing all your videos. You done blew it up on YouTube. Very inspiring. I love it. I love it when I see Black folks, you know, doing stuff for their health and transitioning over the way you have. It's so exciting and intriguing, which is why I wanted to bring you on. So, talk to me, Edward. Talk to me. Okay. So, what was your diet like before, and when did you start eating plant-based, and why?
Okay. First, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. I just can't see you on this device, okay. But as long as I look here, I can see your face.
I'm on Apple, so I can see you fine.
Okay.
So, but you know, I used to eat everything and anything. You know, I do follow the dietary laws that are written in the Bible. So I didn't eat pork, catfish, any of that kind of stuff right there. However, I did eat everything else that I wanted to, and you name it. I mean, I was a big eater. I actually, when I ate, I overate. There was no being satisfied until my belly was full. And there was no being satisfied until I had something sweet in my mouth after I've eaten. So, you know, that was pretty much my whole life. The majority of my life, I ate that way because I used to play football, so I ate a lot, you know. And then as a police officer, I was driving in a car all the time and I was eating a lot. So I really started gaining weight back then. And then after I retired out of police work, I started driving a truck, and it just really went downhill from there. So I started, I'm 52 years old, as I tell everybody. I'm 52 years old now. And I started back in March. I had some complications that were going on with me, like my blood pressure was out of control. Let's see, I had heart palpitations going on, like my heart was fluttering. You know, I believe that had to do with my high blood pressure, had to do with anxiety. I had arthritis in my hands, in my wrists, had arthritis in my neck. It was affecting my arms and everything. So I just knew that it was time for me to change something. If not, I just knew that my body was telling me that it wasn't going to be long before I was going to be in some serious trouble.
Wow. And you said this was March of this year?
Yes. My first video on my YouTube page was around March 15th, somewhere in there. That's when I started my first day. So yeah, it's been since March. I've had no meat, no sweets, no anything, unless it was dates, something that was good for me to eat that was sweet. I left it all alone. I walked away from all of it.
Wow. And you, Mark, that's like almost 7 months or so, yeah, that you lost 77 pounds.
Yeah. So today I just weighed, I'm actually 196, and but I'm shooting for 180. So I really haven't tried here lately. I'll be honest with you. So I started at 270. I lost all of that weight about two months ago, and I've just been like gaining. So I've been in between 199 and 195. So 193 is the lowest that I got, but I haven't really been trying. I just eat what I normally eat, fruit.
Hey, you look fabulous. So if you don't even lose another pound, that was a great success. Okay. 77 pounds in like 7 months or so. That's really, really good. So you look great. You've lost a lot of weight, but I know you still have your goal, everybody. Ain't nobody ever satisfied. We always want to, we always want more, but that's okay. You know, it's okay to have your goals. So in March is when you switched to plant-based, but you kind of went straight to eating like more so raw, if I'm not mistaken, as opposed to just plant-based.
Oh yeah. I first went straight fruit. I didn't do anything else but fruit. And then I started implementing salads into my diet. And so normally when I'm traveling from Monday through Friday, and on Friday when I come home and I'm with the family, I normally will do salads and stuff like that. But, you know, as far as going back out to the regular thing, even when I go on a date with my wife, we'll go out and I'll have a salad or something like that. But yeah, I pretty much stay the same now. This is a way of life for me. I'm not going to go back. I call myself a lifer.
I love it.
I'm a lifer.
That's right. It's not a diet, y'all. It's a lifestyle.
Right.
So have you eaten any cooked foods in the last 8 months?
Oh yeah.
Cooked vegan foods?
Yeah.
But
I'll actually cook mushrooms. You know, I don't cook them all the way. I don't let them get overdone. I still leave them about where they're about halfway so that I don't cook all the nutritional value of it. You know, that's really where our problem is when we cook our food, our body looks at it as poison. I mean, it does. If you notice,
we're killing all the nutrition. We're killing a lot of the enzymes.
So if you notice, if you eat a lot of sauteed vegetables, if you notice, for most people, they'll begin to get the runs or they'll become very gassy. That's because you're not eating it in its whole form. You've altered it. And so your body's looking at this saying, this isn't supposed to be here. So it tries to evacuate it out. And you have a lot of gas and stuff. You know, even eating sauteed vegetables, it still will do that to you. So I try to stay raw for the most part. Maybe once every 2 weeks or so, I will eat something cooked. But for the most part, I try to stay raw.
You're kind of like 95% raw.
80-20. I eat 80% fruit. I eat 20% vegetables, and I may eat about maybe 3% of it cooked. But
I like that. It's a good balance.
Well, let me tell you why I do that. I do that because we all have this thing inside of us where we don't want to feel trapped. And so when you tell yourself that you can't have something, what happens? Your body begins to rebel. So how I figured I would take care of that is if I feel like I'm craving or I want something that's in my limits that I can allow, I'll let myself have a little bit of it. Why? Because it doesn't seem like I'm not allowing myself to have anything. And at some point, most of us from our old previous diets, what we do is we wind up breaking because we're lacking and we wanted some of that and we finally just give up. So I let myself have just a little bit just to knock the monkey off my back, and I am good to go.
I agree with that. I think it's very good to have balance, because when people do that and they restrict themselves so much, and I can't have this, I can't have that, right. And then one day they're at the event and they have a little taste of something, and then they just go crazy with it, and it becomes into a binging thing, as opposed to, and just let yourself have it when you want it. Okay. Don't just keep it cool. Let yourself have something when you want it, and then you'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? You're still, like, for you, for instance, you want to have an overall raw lifestyle. They say that, like, if you eat 75% raw, then you're considered like a raw lifestyle, right? So you are a person that's like, oh, I'm gonna have a cooked meal every now and then, like if you're out with your friends or whatever, and that's good. You just let yourself do it. as
Yeah.
opposed to someone who's like, I don't eat cooked foods. I don't eat
Yeah.
them.
See,
They're so poisonous.
I
And then
get all
and then they'll get a taste of some cooked food and go buck wild with it. And then they go back on the doggone social media talking about, oh, I fell off the wagon. No, you didn't. You just ate some cooked food. It's okay. You know, what makes it crazy is when you overdo it and you are gluttonous about it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, my strategy is always balance, you know, balance. So I like that you eat overall raw, but you do allow yourself to have those cooked foods every now and then, and you don't beat yourself up about it, and you don't go crazy. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. Go crazy with it. But anyway, it's all about balance, people.
it is.
You know, if you decide to eat something on a specific day, do you, boo? Ain't no wrong. You ain't gonna get in trouble. You didn't sign a contract. You're doing this for you and your health. So, you know what I'm saying? So if you decide you want to go off of your regular day ways of eating, it's okay. Just pick yourself back up and just move on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
See,
Anyway.
And I watch, you know, how people act sometimes. You know, I call them top level people. I hear them say, well, I don't do nothing, but I only eat 100% raw and such, and you know, I only eat fruit and I don't eat anything else but fruit. And you know, if you can do that, that's great. I mean, I really do appreciate that. That's awesome that you could do that. But I'm not going to do that to myself if I know that every now and then my body is wanting something different. And when you don't allow yourself to have that little bit of something different, your body is going to rebel. I don't care what kind of mental strength that you have. So you've got to give it just a little bit and know. I think here's the problem. We have to know that it's okay to do that. And when you know that it's okay to do that, then it releases you from feeling this oppression because you just failed. And I tell people, when you fall, get back up.
Get up.
Start back at it.
Yes.
That's simple.
Yep. That's it. Just get up. And I don't even consider falling. I just I made a decision. I made a decision. Like sometimes, I don't know how you are with this, but I allow myself to have like I call them little naughty treats every now and then, like, you know, or AKA junk food. Sometimes, right? Not all the time, but sometimes.
Like what?
Like, I don't know, some vegan nachos or something, or, you know, tortilla chips and salsa. I don't know. I can't think right now, but every now and then I do. I don't do it all the time because I know that it doesn't make me feel my best when I do that. So I choose to eat like predominantly whole foods, right? 80-90% of my diet is whole foods, clean and healthy. And then I allow myself those occasional treats sometimes. But guess what? And when I do it, I feel gross afterwards. I'm like, why did I eat that? But I don't be like, oh my God, I ate this. I'm such a bad person. You know, I'm just like, I ate it. I feel gross. Okay. Now I know that I'm going to eat what makes me feel better. You know what I'm saying? You just, anyway, I'm just saying balance, people. It's all about balance. Okay. And the focus, your diet should be focused on whole foods and stuff, because that's what's going to make you thrive the best. But if you want to have that 20% cooked foods every now and then, I think it's a great balance. You know, just don't beat yourself up, people. I'm tired of seeing those videos when people are like saying that, like, it's okay. You ate some cooked foods, get over it and move on and go back to your fruit. No, just kidding. But anyway, okay, back to you, Edward. So you lost 77 pounds. And it just probably came off very effortlessly because of the big diet change. Yeah. So talk about all the things you've healed. You mentioned hybrid. Oh, Jesus, I can't even talk. Go on and tell us, Edward.
Yeah. No problem. I get those days every now and then. But yeah, like within my first 7 days, my blood pressure started going down towards a normal range, and it only took 7 days for that. I was also holding or retaining water on my body, such as like my shins, because I drive and I'm in a sitting position all the time. I could take if you go back and look at day 2 of my 30 days, my first 30 days, you can see where I actually push my thumb into my shin and the hole just stays there for my thumb because I'm holding that much water. So I would say 3 days into eating nothing but fruit, all of my water started draining off of my body. I mean, I was urinating a lot.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so all the water started coming off of my body. So I got rid of the whole bloating and holding water, which does affect your high blood pressure. That is a circulation issue that you are having. So that went away. My hands, and see, I didn't even know this. I have a big thermos that I keep in my truck, and I keep water in it, and I would pick it up, and sometimes I would have to hold it like this while I'm trying to drink because my forearm hurt so bad and was just so weak when I was lifting it up. Well, about the 5th day, I picked it up and started drinking and didn't even pay attention. I was drinking it, didn't have any problem, and I wasn't hurting. I said, what did I just do? I just picked this up and I'm not hurting. So I knew then my fingers had stopped hurting. My neck had stopped hurting. My muscles were hurting in my shoulders because of my neck issue that was going on. So all of that went away within the first week. And so once all of that started happening, I knew right then this was it. You could tell me about any other diet that you wanted to, but for fruit to change my life like that within the first 5 days of taking it, I knew that I had a gold nugget right there. And so I stuck with it ever since.
Amen. Man, there's power in fruit. There's power in raw foods. Ha!
Hey, well, listen to this. So when you look at, I'm a scriptural person, so I always talk about the Bible. I tell everybody who interviews me, I can't tell you I'm not going to talk about the Bible. I just am. So let me tell you this. When I started putting 2 and 2 together, when I saw that in Genesis chapter 1, he said that he made every plant that bears seed after itself, every fruit that bears seed after itself, I said, hold on. The first thing that he created for in their Hebrew names, Adam and Hawa, or we call them Adam and Eve, the first thing he made for them was fruit and plants. So
come on now.
If they were the first people that he made, and that's what he fed them, how are you going to tell me that I need to be eating more than what he made for our great-grandfather and great-great-grandmother to eat? Mm-hmm. So I knew, I said, this is the perfect food because the Bible says so. I just got bogged down, even preaching, I got bogged down with the world food. Mm-hmm. And now I'm good because my body was starting to change. My health was getting better. My thinking was getting better. Most people don't understand this. The reason why most people are depressed is because of what they eat. Depression comes from those chemicals that we're eating from processed food. We can't process our mind. You get it, processed food. So therefore we're not processing in our mind, thinking about all of our problems and our issues instead of taking, when we learn to eat right and taking the food that the Most High has given us, we know how to take those issues and put them in the right compartment. And then you put the other one in the right compartment and you're able to sit and look at that and meditate on it. But when you eat nothing but processed food and you're not bringing life into your body, what happens is you start focusing on your issues. You start focusing on yourself and you're not able to focus on the real issue that is going on in your life. So depression, number one, it comes from how we eat. When you eat junk, you think junk. When you eat junk, it causes your body to be junk. So eat the food that has life in it. From a cellular level, on a nuclear level, plants and fruit have light, L-I-G-H-T, in them. On a nuclear, a very small level that has light. But you go pick some food off of that grocery store, in that box, that food is straight dead. So you eat dead food, what happens to your body? Your body dies. So that's why you could never get me to go back. I'm a lifer with fruit. I'm a lifer with raw food. I may have a little bit of cook every now and then, but I know what I'm eating. So that's where it all came from me. And that's the understanding that I got when the cloudiness and the fogginess left my mind when I was.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, we going to the word, y'all. Yes. We went back to the beginning. Okay. Genesis. Yes. Thank you. That was, oh, I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Edward. That is so true. Woo! Glory to God. We about to get church up in here. Okay.
Can I give you one more?
Yeah, give me one more.
Okay, just one more.
Give me another one.
When you look
What you got?
when you look in Ezekiel, it talks about the fourth temple that's going to be coming. Not this third one that everybody's looking at. The third one is the one that the anti-Messiah is going to be dealing with. Everybody's looking at that one. We're looking at the fourth one. This is in the book of Ezekiel that talks about when the Messiah returns. Okay, it says that when the temple is built, it's starting in Ezekiel chapter 40. You read Ezekiel chapter 40 on. So when this temple is built, water is going to flow from the temple. All right. It's going to flow from the temple into the Dead Sea. I've been to Israel. I know that water is nothing but salt. I've swam in it. So the water is going to make that whole Dead Sea fresh again. It's going to have fish, sharks, whales, all of it, just like a regular ocean. Now it says along that stream of the water flowing down into the lake, into the ocean, it says that there are going to be trees planted along the streams. They're going to bear 12 different fruit every season. And it says that the leaves of the fruit trees are going to be for the healing of the nations. Also in Revelation chapter 22, it's the same thing. The leaves are going to be for the healing of the nation. So if that fruit is going to be made to heal us, then that fruit has been created to heal us today. And that's why I'll never let anybody talk down about fruit, and I won't let nobody talk me out of eating fruit. I get it all the time. You need to leave that fruit alone. It's bad for you. Okay, I can explain that away. So
okay, you better go to the word. Be like Genesis, Revelation. We were designed to eat this way, y'all. This is from God, okay, and it can't get no better than that. Thank you for sharing those scriptures. I really appreciate that, and I hope that's touching somebody out there. This is the way we were designed to eat, okay? I'm glad. Oh, someone asked, Teresa, I don't know if you're still on here. She said, what are whole foods? Whole foods are foods that are born the way they are. So they only have themselves as an ingredient. So potatoes, fruit, vegetables, sweet potatoes, beans. Did I say fruit already? Fruit, vegetables. Yeah. Those are all, when you look at them, you don't see no ingredients on the package because they're just what they are. Okay, so those are whole foods, the things that are born the way they are. Does that make sense, you guys? If you see the package and the cans and the stuff with all those ingredients, those are not whole foods. It's processed. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. And then Teresa also asked, do you have to know how to balance nutritional value of the various fruits or just eat any and all fruits? I don't be thinking about all that. I just eat fruit. Eat fruit how I want to eat it, where I want to eat it, upside down, sideways, whatever. I don't be tripping off the nutritional, all fruit has nutritional value. All fruit has great nutrition and everything. But Edward, you have a different answer?
Yeah. Honestly, I think if you really listen to your body, I think your body will tell it what it wants. I think your body will tell you what it needs. Every now and then, I actually get a real good hankering for a big, huge salad. And, my wife, she laughs at my salad because I make them so big when I eat them. But, every now and then, I will get a craving for a salad and I won't eat fruit. So let me tell you how my week goes from Monday.
Yeah. Tell us about your new video you just posted, your meal plan you was talking about.
Yeah, so all through the week, I eat nothing but fruit. That's all I eat is fruit. Now, I did eat nuts, and I actually cut out nuts this week. And let me tell you, my favorite, I can't call it a junk food because it's not junk. I love nuts so much. I eat them all the time.
That's not junk food, no.
But I don't know how to eat a cup of them. I know how to eat a bag of them. So I eat a bag of nuts every day. So let me tell you what I did. This week, I cut out all of my nuts. I don't eat any nuts at all. And I lost 3 pounds this week from doing that. 3 pounds from not eating nuts. This week
because you made your calories go down. Because you eliminated however many nuts you were eating, you took those amount of calories out. That's a reduction.
Yep.
So yeah, you were eating a whole bag.
Let me tell you, you give me a bag of pistachios, I'll crack every one of them open and eat them right there.
Them suckers is good. I'm not even gonna lie.
Unsalted cashews, and that bag's gone that day.
Yeah.
So I'm literally buying almost a bag a day, and I said, you know what? I know why I'm maintaining my weight and I'm not dropping anymore. It's because I can't leave those nuts alone. So this week I decided to leave the nuts alone. So I dropped 3 pounds from yeah, I did. And then when I got home this weekend, my wife had made some cheese out of raw cashews, and I thought it was hummus. Now I love hummus. If you saw my video,
wait. I just have to say how cute it is how you pronounce hummus.
Hummus.
I've never heard anybody say hummus, and I thought that was the cutest thing when I saw your video.
Hey, I'm a country boy. Well, you East Coast, right?
He said hummus. No, I'm West Side. No, I'm West Coast. I'm from California. Where are you from?
I'm dead smack Kentucky.
Kentucky. Okay, that makes sense. I thought that was so cute. He said hummus. I've been eating hummus. I was like, oh, bless his heart. Okay, you from the country. I will give you that. You go on and eat your hummus. Okay, continue. Go on.
So anyway, she fixed some. Am I saying cashews correctly?
Yes. Yes, that's the only thing I heard you say different from me was hummus. That's the only thing.
Right. I was gonna say maybe I should say it like a sneeze. Cashews. So anyway, she fixed some cheese out of cashews, and I didn't know it. I thought it was hummus. So I tasted it, and I was like, "What in the world is this?" She says, "Sweetie, you're eating our cheese up for her." She fixed some raw pizza this week, and she used the big portobello mushrooms. She takes the dried tomatoes and she soaks them and she makes a tomato sauce out of it, and she adds green peppers and stuff like that on it, and then she takes the cashew cheese and she spreads it on it, and it was the best thing. Now see, 5 years ago she fixed that. I didn't like it. I didn't want to have anything to do with it. I was like, yuck. But my taste has changed now. So she fixed one and I actually loved it. I said, is this what that tasted like back then? I said, it's got to be that my mouth has changed. And my whole family said, yeah, your taste has changed.
Yeah, your palate is so different now.
Mm-hmm.
From eating the fruit and the salads and changing your whole,
And that
I don't know how you.
Yeah. So, yeah,
that is so cute.
So I'll eat that through all the week. Nothing but fruit. And, when I get home on the weekends is when I will have a little bit of cooked food. Maybe some sauteed mushrooms, maybe some sauteed peppers and onions and green peppers and, stuff like that. I'll eat something like that, but that's about as far as I'll go. I won't go any further than that. And I won't eat too much of it because it messes with my digestive system if I do.
When you say that, what do you mean it messes up with your digestion system?
Oh,
what do you mean by that?
Start getting gas from
passing gas?
Boy, I'll run them out of the room. And it comes from the sauteed, the sauteed cooked food that my body's used to. So yeah, I'll do that, and it'll even affect the way that you use the bathroom. I mean, the consistency is different. So if you're doing fruits and even vegetables that are raw, it's a total different consistency when you have to go and potty. Can I say that, potty?
He said potty. He went way back.
It's different. So I understand that. I understand what's right for my body, and I understand what is not right. Adam and Eve, they didn't cook their food. They picked from the tree and they ate. Yeah. Cooking food is only a thing. It's only been within the last what, 500 years, 700 years, maybe 1,000 years, but that never originally was how it was. We're the only creatures and species that alter our food
Right.
when it's to be.
Back in the day, they didn't cook nothing.
No,
We're trying to all get back to that.
and that's actually what's better for us. It's actually what actually heals our body. So the healing apple, when we go make apple pies, we cook all of the good stuff out of the apples. So instead of eating an apple pie, if we would just pick that apple up and eat that apple the way that it is, then an apple of a day will keep the doctors away.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for sharing your meal plan. When I eat, because I eat a lot of fruit too. I'm not a fruitarian, but I do eat a lot of fruit. But when I eat a lot, like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'm going to do all fruit today. And then by the end of the day, it makes me crave salads. Because like I'll crave something savory or salty, something opposite of sweet, you know. I love my salads. I've been making some bomb salads. And I do, like you, make the big bowl. Because if it's going to be a meal, it needs to be big so it can satiate me. I don't do them little side salad things. You know what I mean? Thank you for sharing all this information. So your wife, does she eat a vegan diet?
Well, you know, it's funny. Anytime the husband takes the lead and does something, a lot of times the wife will follow. So what is happening is she's actually seeing how I eat. Well, you know, let me tell you this. My wife has always been concerned about my health. You know, we've had friends who have died, you know, woken up the next morning and the husband is laying there dead in the bed. So, you know, that's always been a concern because I was really heavy, you know, 270 pounds. That's 30 pounds away from 300 pounds. And I'm only about 5'8", 5'8.5", so I'm not very tall, but that's a lot of weight. And you know, there was a lot of swelling on my face, and I know you saw the pictures and stuff like that. You know, I was really puffy. So she always had great concern about my health. So when I decided to change, you know, she had seen me battle with this all of my life, diets after diets after diets. But I think she understood when I actually changed and I started going all fruit, she saw the difference in me. And so now, you know, my children, especially I have 6 children, my older 3, you know, they're going to do what they do. You know, most of my kids are at home. So, but my younger 3, you know, they're from between 11 years old and to 7 years old. So they have began to eat mostly fruit, especially for breakfast in the morning. So, you know, my sons will come up to me and, Dad, I'm going to eat fruit with you this week. So they're seeing it and they see me now wearing my son's clothes. Look, I'm literally right now in my son's belt. My son has about a 31 waistline or something like that. Well, now I'm about a 32. So I've got his belt on. So when they see that, they see the change that takes place in me. And so my wife now, on my Facebook Fruit for Your Life community page, I'm doing for me, I'm doing a 15-pound challenge. But for somebody else who's on there, theirs could be a 20-pound. It's whatever they decide to make it. For me, mine was 15. So my wife actually jumped on and she's doing a 15-pound challenge as well. And so
As in losing 15 pounds?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get down to 180 pounds. So that's why.
Oh, so you're doing a challenge. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
On Facebook?
But I did that myself. But I had so many people in the group who said, hey, we want to do it too. So I had to create a challenge group, a challenge chat also. And so everybody who is doing it is on this particular chat that we've got. And there's people who are 350 pounds who are losing weight. There's women who are 260 pounds who are losing weight, you know, since they've been on. So, you know, it's really great. And I'm telling you, my Facebook, believe it or not, my Facebook group within the last week, 500 people have joined.
Really?
Yeah, we've got a lot of people in there we got people who know about diabetes. Like, you know, people will ask about fruit. Aren't you worried about your blood spiking? And, you know, I'll let them know. And there's people who have had diabetes who have been reversed their diabetes. And they will tell you along with me, if you eat fruit and don't juice it. See, I don't juice my fruit. If I have fruit, I eat it. And so,
you like to eat a whole.
Well, if you ask me why I don't juice it, is because when you take in the juice only, then you get blood sugar spikes.
And you take away all the fiber.
There you go. See, the fiber is what the Most High put in the fruit to keep your blood sugar from going up. So he puts that fiber in there to slow that sugar from going into your bloodstream real slow. That way your blood sugar does not spike up. So that's why I don't juice it. I've got a train getting ready to come by. So if you hear it, I apologize.
No problem.
Anyway, but yeah, so that's what I do. I don't juice any fruit. I don't juice. If I'm going to juice something, it would be vegetables like celery and stuff like that, because it's so hard on our intestines. It's so hard on our gut.
Yeah.
But I do not juice fruit whatsoever. I eat fruit. And because
what about smoothies?
Now, I will do a smoothie because, see, that's the whole fruit.
Yeah, because you're still getting all the fiber and everything.
There you go. It's still the same thing. Still the exact same. So, and I don't drink water. I don't go and drink a glass of water. I get all of my water from my fruit. Every bit of it.
Really? You get the amount you need per day?
I've been weeks without drinking water. When I say weeks, I have been weeks without drinking water.
You don't desire even if I eat a lot of fruit, I still be wanting water. Like, just, I don't know. I'm used to drinking water, but you know what? One time I did watermelon all day, just watermelon. And I put it inside a chronometer, and I actually got over the amount of water I needed for the day, like just from the watermelon, over the amount of water you need in a day. I thought that was so cool. But I still like to drink water personally. But yeah, it sounds like you're getting enough just from your fruit.
Here's the problem with water that we drink. So let me get away from this train.
And speaking of that, after you say what you're going to say, some Principal Brock said, is there a special type of water we should drink? And he said, this is so good. So after you say what you're going to say about water, can you answer that?
I sure will. So when we drink water, example, bottled water. Oh, sorry. I didn't even see you drinking bottled water. Okay, so when we drink bottled water, that bottled water, we don't know how long it's been there. We don't know how long it's been sitting there. If you have water that just sits for a while, it'll start to stagnate. Okay, meaning it should be growing algae. Bottled water doesn't grow algae. So basically, when we get water from bottled water and water from the tap, it has no minerals in it whatsoever. You're getting, if you drink water out of the tap, you're actually getting pills, you're getting medication, you're getting all of that stuff in the water. So when you drink water from like a jug, you're getting blank water. All you're doing is hydrating your body. You're not giving it nutrients from the water. But if you eat watermelon, water fruit, oranges, apples, grapes, all of those things, if you eat that, well, you're getting the juice from the fruit. And the fruit is giving you nutritious water that your body can actually use. So when I learned that, I noticed that I had not been drinking water. Why? I wasn't craving it, nor was I desiring it, because I was getting all of it from my fruit. Now, if I'm in a place where it's really, really hot and I'm working really hard at my job, I will drink water. Now, we have a system at home. It's called a Berkey system. It takes all of the stuff out of the water. So that's the only kind of water that I really will drink, is that. But, okay, so what was the other question about that you told me to talk about?
Principal Brock said, is there a special type of water we should drink?
Listen, honestly, I'll tell you what I drink. I drink coconut water. That's and I don't drink the kind that's in the little paper carton that you find on the shelves. I actually drink the something Harvest. I forgot the name of it, but it's actually pink and it's in a refrigerated section. That is the best water that you can drink, is coconut water. Okay, so if you
I like
drink,
coconut water.
yeah, but if you drink the coconut water that's actually in the carton that's sitting on the shelves, it's been pasteurized, it's been cooked. So you've lost all of your nutrients and everything that you would have actually been getting from that coconut water. So, but if that's all you've got to drink, then of course drink that. It's better than drinking tap water.
Yeah. I got to work on my water issues.
I'm sorry.
But I do like coconut water. It's
Yeah.
refreshing, especially since I'm proud of myself. I'm 2.5 weeks sober of caffeine.
Oh, really? Oh, good
Yeah.
job.
I was drinking it for like a 6 year straight. I took breaks here and there from it, but I decided I wanted to eliminate it completely because I don't want to consume anything that makes me get headaches from consuming it, and then also get headaches if I don't consume it. So anything that's going to make me feel bad like that, I don't need it in my life. So I'm saying this, I got to keep saying it till I believe it. I don't need that in my life. I don't want no caffeine. I don't want no coffee. Oh, I don't drink that. No, that's what I've been saying to myself.
Listen, my wife and I, now we drank coffee every Saturday morning. That was our time that we come together and be able to talk about the week and to be able to just, just to rebuild that time that I've lost being away from home throughout the week.
Yeah.
And that's our talk time. That's what we call it. We don't let the kids come out of the room. They got to stay in the room while we're talking, just so that we can reconnect like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to my Facebook page in the Facebook group, there's a lady who posted up, have you ever heard of chicory coffee before?
I feel like I have.
Okay. She posted up on our page, and I actually got some in this morning. I actually got mine in this morning. But it's a coffee substitute, and it's made from chicory. So they've got the Java, they got, hazelnut, all of that. And then they also have, if you go to Amazon, you will find it on Amazon. They also have another sample pack that is made of dandelion. And I'm telling you, it looks just like coffee.
And it doesn't have caffeine in it?
No caffeine whatsoever, none. So we're doing the sample packs right now because we're really trying to figure out which one we like, and then we're going to buy the big bag of it. But we're going through a sample pack right now, and I forgot what the name of it actually is. But if you put on their chicory and sample pack, it should show up on Amazon, and that's no caffeine. That's actually
take a picture of it and send it to me.
Will. Yeah.
It's still not going to taste the same as coffee, but
it won't, but it will give your body and help it to remember a little bit of what you used to get, and it'll make it so hard on you.
I'm very proud of myself though. 2.5 weeks, because I've been literally drinking it every day for 6 years, unless I'm doing a cleanse or something. But my body got addicted to it. That, most people drink. I wasn't drinking it for the reasons a lot of people drink it. They drink it because they need to stay awake. They drink it because they can't function. They drink it because they need energy. That's not why I was drinking. I was just drinking it because I like the way it tastes with my non-dairy creamer. It just was like a dessert for me every morning. But then in the 6 years of drinking it every day, my body got addicted to it. Why? Because it's like a doggone drug. It's crazy.
And I'm sending the name of it to you.
Okay. Thank you.
I just posted the name of it. So if you type that Ticino, or I don't know.
Oh, Ticino. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I actually, I still have, I think I still have mine, but I might have to just make myself want it, because what happens was I was drinking it and I was like, it just don't taste like coffee, but it smells so good though. But it just didn't taste like coffee. But I might just start drinking it because just for something to drink in the morning, just to, you know what I mean? I think I'm gonna get back into that. Let's see. T Vegan said, what's the name of the Facebook group and your YouTube channel?
Okay. The YouTube is called Fruit for Your Life YouTube channel, and the Facebook is called Fruit for Your Life Community. So Fruit for Your Life Community. So this is no joke. Yesterday I approved 100 people. This morning when I woke up, there was another 100 people sitting in the queue waiting to be approved. So we're at 1,000 and almost 400 people right now, and they've all flowed over into our group within the last 2.5 to 3 weeks. So something has happened somewhere, or something is taking
place.
Your
YouTube video done blew it up.
Maybe it is. I don't know. But so are you're on YouTube though, aren't you?
Yes. I might as well not be. Sometimes I'm like, why am I making videos when people ain't even watching them? Nah.
I've been on it for 2 years. Only until this journey that I started did people start looking at my YouTube page. So you have to give it a little time.
Well, I've been on it for years, but I didn't really start getting consistent until I think January of this year is when my subscribers started increasing and things are getting better, but it's still just not what I want. But yeah, because I had it for years. When I first started, I just used to post my praise dancing and my acting stuff on there. So it wasn't even about plant-based. It wasn't until a few years back, but I really got serious this year. So, but I've increased subscribers a lot. It's just I need to get the views going, y'all. Go check out my YouTube channel.
Listen, when it is time, it will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Believe that. When the Most High has his certain time for you ready, it's going to take place. The thing is we've got to be there for it to take place. If we're not there, if he's got something already waiting for us and something for us assigned to do, we have to show up for our assignment. So Amen. just put some out every now and then. You just be there. It sure will.
I mean, it's picked up though since January. Still just wasn't where I wanted to be at, but that's okay.
All right.
Let's see. This has been great. Thank you so much, Edward. I really appreciate you sharing your story, your journey. You've healed so many things. You've lost 77 pounds, and now you still got another 15 you want to lose. You're doing amazing, and you're inspiring. I saw your YouTube is blowing up. It done blew up. You guys make sure you go check out Edward Logan on his YouTube channel. He is Fruit 4 Your Life on YouTube, and he also has a Facebook group, same name but community at the end. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah. And then he's on. Do we want to even count you as being on Instagram?
Well, when I upload reels, sometimes I'll do a reel. I just put one up today, and when I upload it on YouTube, it automatically uploads on to Instagram. Okay. So honestly, I never come on Instagram, but I guess it's where a lot of people are. Maybe
it's time. It's time, Edward. We need you to come on over here too. Don't be ignoring us little people over here. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, little people, what you talking about?
Nah, yeah, you should start posting on Instagram too. You know, we a nice little community over here. You know, you guys make sure you follow Edward. He's not really on Instagram, but we about to change that. Okay, we about to get him. Come on over. T. Vegan said. She said, "Come on over to the other side." Nah,
gotta work it.
So yeah. He'll be here soon. He's a little bit at a time. Facebook, YouTube. He'll make his way over soon. Anyway, thank you so much, Edward. I really appreciate. I'm looking at you, but I'm not really looking at you because all I can see is myself, unless I look at this device down here. So I'm gonna look at you on here. I forgot what I was gonna say. But you guys, make sure you follow Edward. Make sure you check him out on YouTube. Edward, thank you so much. You guys, next week, I will be interviewing Scott Bernhard. He helps heal people with proper nutrition and training. And y'all, his body is on fleek, okay? That brother got muscles up the gang. And I believe he eats a raw vegan lifestyle. So make sure you guys come back next Sunday, 4 p.m. PST, 7 p.m. EST. You guys follow my guest, Fruit for Your Life. And Edward, I will see you on the gram or on YouTube or on Facebook. You take care. Thank you so much for sharing your journey.
Thank you.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Because I can't see you unless I'm looking at the other device. Right. So thank you so much. And God bless you all. Thank you all for joining today. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Up until next time. See you guys later. God bless y'all. Mwah!